Ladies and gentlemen, you would be forgiven for thinking that we absolutely live in a fantasy world. We must live in a sort of comedy, maybe like The Friends. Someone must be watching our country and laughing their ass off at the stuff that happens. The only problem is that when you're living here and you're actually experiencing this stuff, it gets a lot less funny a lot quicker. On Saturday, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, the Commissioner of Police in KwaZulu-Natal, made a bombshell report. He went live in front of the whole South Africa and he effectively accused the police minister, now sitting police minister, of being in charge of basically some of the biggest drug cartels in the country. These drug cartels don't actually just peddle in drugs, but also human trafficking and just some political killing on the side, like a hobby. Everyone, it's nice to have a hobby, I think. But okay, so these things happen and it sets the country ablaze. Everyone is losing their minds and everyone is waiting for the president of South Africa, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, to actually speak on this. You'll remember that Mr. Ramaphosa takes no crap from no one. Like, you just think of traveling to America without his permission, you're gone immediately. So everyone thought that this would be the moment, right? He'd fire Mkhwanazi. That has not happened yet. So if you're waiting for that, you're going to continue waiting for a bit. I still don't understand, and I keep saying this every single time we cover this. How can you have a police minister under allegations of being in bed with crime syndicates, being corrupt, and he just remains the police commissioner? He just remains a guy that is capable of letting evidence disappear, that is capable of making people disappear because he literally is in charge of the whole of the police. I don't know. It makes no sense. But just know this: don't fly to America without the permission of the president. That is really where national security lines are drawn by our president. We have General Mkhwanazi's statements. He says he has proof of everything. Now we're waiting for the actual sort of story to play out. And this is where we get to Parliament. Yesterday, the whole of Parliament was basically making the case for opening an investigation and a debate within Parliament about corruption within the police department as it pertains to General Mkhwanazi's statements. Everyone thought that this was a done deal. Why wouldn't Parliament discuss this? Well, the problem is that Toku Didiza, the Speaker of the Assembly, said, no, we will not be having this. And according to the Speaker, she said, in relation to the debate requested by two political parties, the Speaker believes it would not be appropriate to hold such a debate, as these allegations remain unsubstantiated at this stage. Now, both ActionSA and the DA were parties that wrote to the Speaker to say, hey, we need a debate on this. The Speaker saying that no, we will not have an open debate. Instead, she referred it to three separate committees. The committees are Police, Justice, and Constitutional Development. And these committees will investigate behind closed doors and then they'll deliver their findings. This already, I think, should send massive warning signs throughout the whole of the country. What the hell is going on? Why wouldn't you have these debates in open Parliament? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if these debates are held in open Parliament, we have a serious problem. The ANC will have all of their skeletons revealed because there are plenty of people that are connected to this that they obviously don't want found. The ANC is corrupt to the core. Pretty much every member within the ANC has been at least had knowledge of corruption or is themselves embroiled in corruption scandals. So the last thing they want is an open debate where it's not possible to control the outcome. Because in an open debate, things can happen and things can go wrong. And the last thing they want is for the people of South Africa to know these things. So it's much better that it happens behind closed doors where the Speaker can control the narrative. And of course, the Speaker is controlled by Mr. Ramaphosa, so it doesn't even matter. The story gets a lot deeper when you now find out that Kat Nhlanhla, which is the sort of Kat Nhlanhla and Mogotchi, these are the two main figures of the claims made by General Mkhwanazi. They're the ones connected to all of this. It turns out that Cat Nhlanhla was paying for police officers to visit ANC jubilees. He was basically sending high-level or high-ranking police officers all over the country to have holidays everywhere, and this man is literally a crime boss. But of course, the DA is not taking this lying down. The DA just announced that today at 11:15, which is in about 2 hours from where I'm making this video, they will lay criminal charges against the police minister, Mr. Mkhwanazi. This is the DA effectively saying, since Ramaphosa and Parliament won't do anything, because I think the DA also understands this is exactly what the ANC is trying to do. They're trying to bury this story as deep as they can, where the public can't find out about it. The DA knows this, and so the DA is saying, well, let's go to court, because this is a matter for the courts. Someone has been accused of actual criminality, therefore they need to stand trial for actual criminality. It's a massive story. It's constantly developing. I believe that we're about to see the unraveling of the ANC as things stand right now. The issue within the ANC is that because they have such a long history of corruption, the first corruption scandals in South Africa happened under Nelson Mandela, and then the ANC were far more interested in protecting their own image than what they were in dealing with the corrupt. As a result of this, you now have an organization where the culture is that you don't get punished for corruption. And if you don't get punished for corruption, it opens the door for ever more corrupt individuals to walk through it. Remember, government is the most powerful organization in any country. So it attracts automatically people who are a bit more evil, people who don't have that sort of straight and narrow moral idea about the world. And so unless the government is willing to punish corruption, more and more corrupt people will enter the fray. And the problem for the ANC is because their organization is so corrupt and so marred in corruption, they can't get rid of any of these corrupt people because they all know where the bodies are buried, right? So if you get rid of Mr. Mkhwanazi and you hand him over to the justice system, you're done. He'll speak, he'll sing like a canary, and then a lot more people will be implicated in it. So the ANC constantly has to protect all of their corrupt members whilst also trying to run a reasonably successful country. It's never going to work, but this is where we are. I will keep you guys abreast of everything that happens in this investigation as it plays out. For now, that's it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you want to see happen to Mr. Mkhwanazi as well as General Mkhwanazi. Do you think more people should be speaking out about the corruption that's happening in the country? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, hit the like if you liked, just if you didn't, and I will see all of you in the next one. Peace.